Previously in X-Men. The search for the X-Men has brought the Muir Island duo of Forge and Banshee to Salem Center, the home of the original school. Unbeknownst to them, Jean Grey has been taken captive by the mysteriously monstrous creatures bearing the faces of the X-Men. Will she survive long enough to be rescued? Will the amnesiac Peter Nicholas ever discover the identity of his mystery woman in New York City? I am Jason Lapp.
And I'm Chris Sanigan.
And we are Group of Seven Comics. Welcome to episode 206 of our ongoing read-through of the X-Men comics that became classic. As we read Uncanny X-Men 262 by Chris Claremont, Kieran Dwyer, and Joe Rubinstein. Cover date of June 1990. Chris, how are you?
I am doing well. Thank you very much. Jason, we just had a long weekend up here in Canada, in Ontario specifically. So, good. Long weekends are good. They're enjoyable.
Long weekends are good and they are enjoyable. Say hello to everyone in the chat. Thank you for joining us so far. And yes, Ali, happy Lunar New Year to all the awesome nerds out there. And all those who aren't nerdy either. Just happy New Year to everyone. Happy Lunar New Year.
Right, Kung Hei Fat Choi.
There you go. Yeah, I got a few nice messages from people sharing that one this morning. So that was a nice way to start the week, or the work week, so to speak. Like you mentioned, the long weekend. This issue is in an interesting position. It's like, doesn't feature sort of anyone's favorite X-Men. I mean, tastes vary, but it doesn't seem like this is a fan favorite kind of issue. It doesn't have the makeup for anyone going back and saying, yes, this one is my jam. Maybe It's not a rock star artist, maybe not the A tier or A-list characters. Interesting to look at nonetheless, which is one of the other reasons that we're going to talk a little bit, just a tiny bit about sort of what makes a good cover versus what makes a good splash page. And some of the candidates for good covers. But before we do that, quickly, just of course, as always, we are Group of Seven Comics, and you can head to group7comics.ca to pick up our books, Group of Seven, Most Secret Tale, and Peregrine's Flight, Fiends, and Fisticuffs, both available now in print and digital formats. Chris, you wrote them. Me, I drew them, and they're there for you, so you can head there and pick that up as well. You can sign up for our mailing list as a way to stay apprised to all the updates, which are few and far between. We're just the two of us. It's not like every day there's another update coming, but you'll get updates on any new releases and new appearances, like us headed to Toronto Comic Con.
That's right. March
20th to 22nd. Let's just go right to that. Yeah, right. The Metro Toronto Convention Center. We're going to have a table in the pro guest section, so you can come find us there. I don't know the table number yet, but it'll be along the row of all the grizzled veteran professional creators.
That reminds me. This weekend I'll send out a newsletter for February.
Oh,
good reminding.
Good reminding. I'm happy to do that. So I just typed into, if we can get into it, because there isn't any other like X-Men news this week.
No.
I mean, not in our sphere of X-Men related news, but I just typed into the Google greatest X-Men covers, and these are the ones that came up. And I'm gonna isolate the ones that are contemporary for our read through. So I'm gonna eliminate the ones that come after this point in time, or just to do that, and we'll see if we can find some commonalities. So the first two that I came across, we get this Uncanny 207 and Uncanny 141. Again, tastes vary about these things. What I love about 207 is the action of it. There's no story there. It's just, my favorite character in a super cool pose. I don't think it really matters that it's JR. In that, he is well known, especially now, but he didn't have like a loyal fan base of people who buy just JR Comics back in 85 or 86, the way that, Byrne and Jim Lee and some of these other artists are like at another tier in terms of the response in fandom. I've always loved this Wolverine cover. It's one of my absolute favorites.
Yeah,
When I came up to the search, I'm happy about that. But you get a character spotlight in like high intense action in an exaggerated action pose, you know?
it's great.
Yeah. And then dynamic coloring, right? We get the him in warms, the backgrounds in cools, and move on to the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And then the famous Days of Future Past cover, I think it's like the not just great composition with again the spotlight here, but this time literally, but the sheer drama of what's being presented in this idea of this older Wolverine, this these posters that say that half the X-Men are basically dead, and you're in for something that is a whole other world, like the worst case scenario.
Yeah, the
And the
storytelling,
logo,
the storytelling
yeah.
of the cover is pretty spectacular.
So this one tells a story. It's not. I mean, the drawing is great. The poses are fine, but you get the sense like they're about to be killed. So there's like imminent threat. So stakes feel really, really high.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of a neat thing about both. Like there's sort of death looming in both. One
Mm-hmm.
with Wolverine doing the killing, the other one Wolverine being killed. Kind of fun.
Yeah.
The next two that came up in that search that again were part of the read through we've done is the famous 136, where Jean Grey is probably about to be killed within the very near future. They're about to. The next issue is going to be when they go to the moon and have that battle in the blue area. But this is sort of again, the stakes feel super high. You get all the X-Men on the cover, good drawing, and okay pose. It's like a reference to many other covers. It seems to be like a common one. I think we talked about this back in that time. There's a Batman holding Robin. I think it's often known as like Robin Dies at Dawn.
Right.
And there's one of, I think, is it Odin holding Thor? Or am I forgetting who the dynamic is there? But again, famous cover, great colors, like so bright and eye catching. Yeah, I don't know.
So much so that it's become tropey, but in the best possible way, right? The character holding, Superman, Supergirl. No, right? No.
Yeah, so Superman holding Kara, I'm gonna just. I think that comes after this one. I think that's Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yes,
And that would have been like mid '80s, but this is 1980, so this one came before that.
But that idea,
it's still in the popular consciousness. Absolutely, they go together. You can't really separate them.
Sure.
George Perez, John Byrne are kind of like the either or of the two different companies as well. But this one precedes it. But I think they're both referencing older stuff, and they're beloved.
Yeah.
And then another JR one popped up.
Yeah.
And yes, but okay, the Death of Robin was after this, absolutely. But the one I'm referring to is from the 1950s. If we were to type in like Robin, like I said, I think it's something like Robin Dies at Dawn might be the story, or the tag on the cover. I'm not sure which. It's like it might not be Dick Sprang, but it's like they're in outer space. Like it's one of those ridiculous what we love from Brave and the Bold, the cartoon, like that. It's that style where it's very, very over the top, where Batman is, and doing outer space adventures. No more Dark Avenger of the night. So then 210, it's just I guess them looking cool, except for Nightcrawler.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's like them with their newer looks, right?
Yeah, and badass, and it's sort of making a reference to that Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry, go ahead, make our day. They're just them in a power pose, sort of, at least.
Interesting. 3 of the 4 have Wolverine front and center. The 136, and this goes back to, have they landed Wolverine yet? Have they been comfortable with what he will become? And so he's it's kind of buried there beneath Jean's hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that 210 is one of like the top 10 best X-Men covers ever, but it came up in the search. That's all I was trying to say, is it popped up there. So it seems to be that it's like high stakes and good art, or maybe just like a cool pose.
Cool looking.
Seems to be the
cool factor. What the kids call a cool factor.
Yes. Now, okay, I know classic X-Men doesn't fit the search criteria of being uncanny, but
No.
again, it came up in the search. I just typed in greatest X-Men covers,
Yeah.
and this one is, it got me collecting the series. It got me. Uh, I redrew this one. I like literally traced it as a child, as a 10-year-old, and it's one of my all-time favorites. Early Arthur Adams, and hugely influential. But that, again, is not the context of this. There's no stakes on this cover. It's just cool pose and good drawing.
Yeah, and Sunfire.
And Sunfire, who's on the team and quits twice in the first issue.
Yep. He's a quitter.
Yeah. Very, very strange. Great cover. And yeah, there's an homage to it by Arthur Adams, like on my wall, him doing his own like redo of it. It's so much better when he draws it now, like, or in the last 10 years.
Cool.
He's so good. And then, of course, 151, which is not a cool pose, but we talked about stakes before. So good drawing and stakes, like the drama, the story is here. Great composition, all these good things. This one popped up as, one of the best X-Men covers. And you mentioned Wolverine front and center in both of these, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no surprise. No surprise.
No surprise.
So this is the trend I'm seeing, right? And then, again, the next two that came up were X-Men 205. It is the issue that is called Wounded Wolf, the story of Wolverine fighting Lady Deathstrike and the Reavers, at least the first three of the Reaver guys. Reese, Cole, and Macon, which, by the way, they all have first names, and those names get either used or they're referenced for this issue at some point. But yeah, Barry Windsor Smith issue, Wolverine front and center. I don't know what the stakes are here. I do feel like there is some urgency.
Yeah.
But yeah, Wolverine front and center. And then 133, John Byrne, action, stakes, good color, really clear to differentiate everything, and Wolverine front and center.
Storytelling and all of it, right? Like,
yeah, I think there are way better X-Men covers than that, by the way. But again, this is just what came up. So just for conversation, I wanted to see if I could see a pattern, and I do think there is a pattern. Even if we take Wolverine out of the equation, which we're not going to, that idea of there being high stakes, cool pose story.
Sure.
And then we get ours today.
Yeah.
And we get a good drawing, definitely not like an exceptional one. Kieran Dwyer is good. By the way, John Byrne's stepson.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Nepo baby.
I wouldn't go that far. I'm not a huge fan of name calling anyway, but just an interesting thing that I don't know anything about their history as to, was Kieran Dwyer working in comics before John Byrne met his mom? I don't know. And it's truly none of my business. It's just an interesting anecdote that they are stepfather and stepson.
What else would we associate Kieran Dwyer with?
For me, it was a couple classic X-Men backup stories.
Okay.
And then famously, he drew the issue of Captain America, or a run on Captain America when Super Patriot. John Walker.
Yeah.
He comes on and does, he becomes Cap.
Yes.
And there's, I think, issue, I want to say it's 350. I'm not exactly sure anymore. Where the two of them fight, or is it 250 or whatever, where they fight to reclaim whoever's going to be Cap going forward. Like Maz says, he drew a good 3-parter called Broken City, I believe. That Mignola did the covers in Batman. It's Batman, and there's like an element of the macabre, perfect for Mignola to do covers, and like famous for me in that issue. Someone, I think Riddler, throws like a baby in front of the Batmobile as a way to Dark Knight, Dark City. Thank you. Broken City is the one by Brian Azzarello and Eduardo Rizzo, I think. But yes, Dark Knight, Dark City. Good. Thank you. Written by Peter Milligan. I think Riddler throws a baby in front of the Batmobile as a way to stop Batman from proceeding.
Yep.
And Batman has to like stop the car, of course, like right an inch from its head. and then the baby is suffocating because Riddler put like a ping pong ball down its throat. So Batman has to like scalpel,
like an emergency tracheotomy.
do an emergency tracheotomy so the baby could breathe. It is like,
That is wild.
not your normal. But Kieran Dwyer he draws like a sturdy figure.
Okay.
I don't love the pairing with Joe Rubenstein because Rubenstein is very bland as an inker, like serviceable and brushwork and totally fine. But I wonder if maybe someone more energetic or if there was a better chemistry with someone else. I don't know. But this cover, it's fine. It doesn't feel like there's huge stakes, and there aren't cool poses.
Yeah,
So, meh.
And it's characters who you may have an affinity for, but if you're looking to pick up the next issue of X-Men, you probably see this on the cover and go, "Oh, okay, well, Banshee's got quite the G-string."
That might be the highlight of the cover is Banshee's thong. Which does play a role in this issue, by the way. It comes up a couple times.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how to pronounce this name, so you can help me out here if you want to. But the comment here is this issue came in at a strange time after Silvestri. Just prior to Jim Lee coming on board. It's a weird Muir Isle story. It doesn't resolve for a few years to come, if I remember right. Yeah, we'll get into reading the story through, and it's just interesting. Like your job is to sell comics, and very clearly this team of Claremont as writer, Bob Harris is editor, Tom DeFalco I think is editor in chief. Like they know how to sell X-Men comics. All those issues that we just showed, those covers came before this, so the formula is known to everyone. There's an art director at Marvel. I just don't know what there is to work with within the story to make it a sellable comic.
Right.
And I wonder how many fans didn't even pick this up, other than those who were like just loyal X-Men readers. But I don't know if anyone new is coming on board with this issue.
One thing I will say that I do like about this cover is, and we may have mentioned it at the end of last episode, I can't remember, but Big Gun Forge.
Like Big Gun Forge.
Forge, often in from this point forward, or at some point, is often has a giant gun with him that he has designed, and up until now we haven't really seen that, but he's got one on his back, like he's Big Gun Forge. I'm like, okay,
he is Big Gun Forge, and I'm a fan. Yeah. Given that especially at this time, 1990,
table size weapon.
I was, into paramilitary.
Sure.
By the way, who's this there? Huh?
Look at him go. Hey, when does the leg begin?
What's that?
When does the prosthetic leg become much more prominent as a visual, a visual piece?
We'll track it and we'll find out.Maybe it's when Jim Lee comes on. Okay. It definitely is like a more appealing thing to see the robotic leg for sure. Yeah. And with this figure, which came in the 3-pack,
who's there too?
He doesn't have the bandolier.
Oh no.
And he doesn't have the holster.
Right.
Which I can get. I'm sure I have one. And doesn't have pouches on his belt. He just has the standard body belt. So I might make some modifications because I do like this version. He also doesn't have the tassels on his boots.
Right.
The fringes? What do you call them? Fringes?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also...
who else came in the 3-pack with him?
I lose track about who else is in the 3-pack because there are 2 3-packs. Oh. So out of the 6 figures, I can tell you Forge, Psylocke, Jubilee, Storm, Banshee, and Gambit. It's the most boring Gambit because it's Gambit just in the suit,
right?
Not Gambit in his suit, his costume. So it's it's the only Gambit I display. Anyway, but of course we got this guy here too, right?
Oh, look at those mutton chops.
Yeah, it's classic. It's a good solid Banshee. It's going to show you. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh,
not the G string,
not the thong.
not the thong back. Yeah.
Not the thong
Just
song.
note, yeah, just note that difference is there. But
No.
I'm in awe of the fact that I have 2 Banshee figures now. It's what a golden era for action figures. A
What a
golden age,
world
sir.
we live in.
And then just for fun, spoilers. I I'm such an amazing customizer
You are.
that I popped the head off of Jean Grey and put it on this one. So for this issue, right?
Of course.
And also, I mean, it's only fair. No thong back.
No.
Also note she doesn't have the female bodies in this figure style don't have the V-neck. In the issue, you'll see she has a V-neck, which I'm a fan of because it creates the top of an X.
Right.
But if you don't do the bottom half, it just turns into a Y. And you know how much I hate when X-Men are wearing Ys. It doesn't make sense, dude.
Y-clops. Right?
Y-clops. I'm not a fan of Y-clops. Is it? I mean, I do love that suit, but you get what I'm saying. All right. So, covers. Let's see if this issue can win us over in some way, can redeem itself so that I don't know, that I regret all my life's choices and ever talking about this as being less than a good cover. And holy smokes, is that dark?
Yeah.
By comparison, that looks so dark.
Yeah, for sure.
My copy is right here. It feels quite a bit brighter in person anyway.
Yeah. And we have a shadowy lady in the back.
Yes, shadowy lady. There are a few shadowy ladies in this series that have been hinted at. One of them being Peter Nicholas's femme fatale, like a woman who
object
is
of his
yes,
I don't know.
And if anyone in the chat, by the way, knows the name of the creature in the trash compactor in the original Star Wars, I have a hunch what its name is, but I can't really remember. It feels like this is homaging it a little bit.
Yeah,
especially
the eyeball.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah. All right, Chris. There's a lot of you in this issue.
Let's get into it. You got my tea ready, so let's go.
Got a tea?
Yeah, I got a tea.
Michael says, does anyone else get a Brood World feeling from the cover? Absolutely. I think they hadn't made that adjustment away from Silvestri's rendering of their lair in Australia, where a whole bunch of like the machinery and the landscaping of that sort of the central nervous or the nerve center of their base, like the tech room.
Yes,
it felt very Geiger-esque and Aliens and Brood. And I think that this is like a carryover from that aesthetically. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Scary monsters. Are they scary to you, Christopher?
I'm so scared.
Are monsters scary?
So scared.
What's this video game here?
Abadox.
Abadox, do you have the stomach? It's pronounced stomach, right? Do you have the stomach to battle the belly of the beast? Wow. Ugly eyeballs, mutant dogs, guardian ghouls, skeleton fish.
Wow. I mean, that one looks like you need to go get that right
now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we got to play this. This seems like a really important game to play. All right, Scary Monsters. Not far from the estate of Charles Xavier, in the suburban New York township of Salem Center.
I mark 6 potential hostiles, Benji. Real cute pieces of work. One's a Jean Grey lookalike, wearing her costume too. Looks like the real thing lying at her feet.
A Stanley presentation starring the Uncanny X-Men, Chris Claremont writer, Kieran Dwyer, guest penciler, Joseph Rubinstein, guest inker, Glynis Oliver, colorist, Tom Morzakowski, letterer, Bob Harris, editor, Tom DeFalco, editor-in-chief. All right.
And there we see a Wolverine head, a long shot head. Looks like a Colossus head behind the Jean Grey character. Yeah. Dazzler maybe on the side beside Wolverine. There's That person up top there as well.
The bat person has Cyclops' visor.
Ah, so there you are.
The other person, yeah, it could be Havoc. It could be.
Oh yes.
I mean, I don't know. It could be
We have
Dazzler.
no idea what's going on here.
Sure.
Here we go.
Yeah, the Dianoga. That's the name of the trash monster.
Really?
The Dianoga. Yeah. Did you not know that?
I mean, I didn't actually know.
I was gonna call it the Diagona. Like I couldn't remember the arrangement of the letters, but there you go.
Nice.
But the creature that attacks Luke Skywalker in the Death Star Garbage Masher is named Omi. Thanks, Michael.
Sure.
That's so funny.
All right. I have a clear field of fire. Want I should take him? Glory! Forge. What is it, man? Ms. Gray's doppelganger. Spirits above, what a sight. So like I said, do I go or not? You're talking about killing. No way of determining if tranks will be effective. It's the safest play. We don't know if they are effective. They're not exactly treating Ms. Gray all that nicely, pal. We'll have to find another way, friend. You're the boss.
Chum.
We can't question corpses, Forge. We have to learn where these creatures come from, and their looks natural. Or did someone do this to them? If someone did, Irish, that's one major twisto. That's what I'm afraid of!
I love the coloring of that last panel where they're in the blue and then, Forge leans
that's great.
catches the warmth of that firelight. So weird that the Jean Grey Marvel Girl X Factor suit woman, the mouth that comes out, the tongue that comes out has a little Jean Grey head on it. It's so disturbing. It's such a strange image.
And we're trying to, we're how many issues removed from Inferno? Not too many, but enough. So, that's where my mind is going. Is this like some kind of Inferno hangover, right?
Yes. I'll also need to see a version of like infrared, or like the heat.
Yeah.
Through Forge's sensor.
Yeah.
That's cool to see, like, just different ways of figuring out how to draw that by hand.
Mm-hmm.
I also like that idea of, like, Forge just takes him out, like, eliminate the threat before it gets worse. And Banshee's that investigator. He has that history with Interpol.
Yeah.
And he's a little bit more, he's not a soldier. He was a cop. And that distinction between, being, I guess the conversation around like lethal action is being kind of played out through the approach of these two guys, which makes them an interesting pair, because if they thought exactly the same on everything, then there would be no conversation.
That's right. This series should be called Forge and Banshee, or Banshee and Forge.
At the moment, I am on board for this idea of the two of them going on this journey to recover a team and build. It feels a little still to me like it should be a limited series or a side book, not flagship title. But I'm also down for taking the main characters out of a book for a good stretch, as long as there is that like promise or belief that it is all leading towards something with a steady momentum,
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Like Forge, Banshee's a mutant, born with the parahuman ability to project a sonic scream of awesome intensity. With it, he's been known to shatter mountaintops. In this instant, however, he pitches at a frequency that leaves his targets totally disoriented. Forge follows up with a stun grenade. Boom! But to both men's surprise, the mouth on the stomach is so yucky.
Oh, it's very gross.
Even as the concussive shockwave knocks the assembled creatures head over heels, they all disappear.
They bamf.
They do, and I find that like I'm reading that as a clue.
Yes, agreed.
It is a distinctive noise of like smoke being farted out of a dimensional vacuum. You
Yes,
know, like
absolutely.
um, it's not just like the sound of magic, or it's a very specific thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's unique to Nightcrawler. So when I see that, I am interpreting it that way.
Yep. Not a sign of him. One must have a teleporter. Jean's still here, thank heaven. Let's roll, Irish. They could come back just as quickly, or zap us away, and if one has powers, we better assume they all do. She's unconscious, but I think she's all right. Fine. We can do her a lot more good back inside the X-Men complex, assuming we're safe even there.
So I love the panel break of Forge at the bottom there. It's a nice like way to end.
Yeah.
I don't know where Kieran Dwyer is from. I will
Okay.
say though, there's a subtle thing in the approach to how one sizes characters in panels, and some of the criticisms of British artists coming over to work in the States was they often like to have these sort of small little figures doing little actions, and like this size, whether it's Alan Davis who does this really really well, or Dave Gibbons who does this really well too. A lot of them, when they don't do it well, that's one of the things they get criticized for. But a great artist can do this, and this Kieran Dwyer's approach. This just makes me think he's British. It just sheer on just his approach to drawing, his paneling, and I don't have anything to support that. That's my instinct when I look at these three panels. I'm like, oh, he's a Brit. But I'm curious now, so I might have to look it up. Could just be influenced by them, but if you had told me that, yeah, anyway. And then not so British. But anyway, I'm just joking around. Sometime later, within the sprawling underground complex, hidden beneath the ruins of Xavier Mansion. Neat how we see like the towel, the brush, where she is using her telekinesis, which I believe last issue we learned was still active, but her telepathy was not.
Right.
So
yeah,
she's
that's
not.
actually a fun gag there.
Yeah, she's not mind reading, but she can still do her telekinesis, which is cool. He also looks like in this panel that there's maybe like an animation background, and there's a little bit of like liveliness to some of the posing and facial expressions. You think, that 80s like Bluth, is it Don Bluth? Like one of those kinds of animation studios.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to sound ungrateful, guys, but is this passes for X-Men uniforms these days? A thong up my butt? Sean, you're blushing.
True to tell, lass, I find the style and fit a trifle extreme myself. As I've said before, Banshee, cutting edge threads for the cutting edge team. I like 'em. We've none of the old ones left, I'm afraid. Worse luck, these really are a quantum improvement on the originals. Functions as body armor and an environment suit. Doc McTaggart did herself proud with this design.
Something this radical, that's not like her.
Pardon me, but how would you know? I thought you became associated with the X-Men after you left.
I've known Moira Forge almost as long as I've known the Professor Xavier himself. And that goes way back before he founded the X-Men. Sean, I spoke with her recently. She didn't seem herself at all. Is something wrong?
I fear so, aye. Which is why you mustn't tell her you've seen Forge and me. So far as the world knows, we were killed the other week in a plane crash. Less who know different, the better.
You're trying to find out what happened then. Can X Factor help?
Actually, we're looking for the X-Men. We've reason to believe they're still alive.
they are.
You know this for a fact?
For a while now, I'm sorry. They made us promise not to tell. For pretty much the same reasons you just did.
How could they? Have they any idea what they put us, the grief, and all for some blessed lie? Get 'em some slack, Irish. You telling me you don't think what they did was wrong? Maybe, maybe not. Probably made sense at the time. But I'd rather argue the point with them than their ghosts.
What do you mean, Forge?
This is Donald Pierce. He's a cyborg with a madman's hatred for mutants. My ancestors knew the type. Far as he's concerned, the only good one's a dead one. He has a merry band of cutthroats called the Reavers. They're after the X-Men in a major way. We'd like to get there first.
Blaylock, California. Frost Technotics. I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
We see a crack-a-coom, a classic Marvel lettering sound effect. What you figure? We're costing the White Queen, Bonebreaker?
High 7 figures, pretty boy. 8 if we're lucky. Chunk change for the witch. After a few more properties go the same way, then she'll start to hurt.
Found a security guard. Let me play.
Leave him alone, pretty boy. The pleasure is mine. I am Lady Deathstrike. Where is your employer, Emma Frost?
Not here.
A pity. Our employer was so looking forward to a reunion. Please inform her she will be hearing from us again. Slap, 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 slap. And again and again. Slap, 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 slap. Until at last we catch up to her. Good night. So many slaps.
The X-Men complex. I still can't believe it. Sean, you say these Reavers tried to wipe out everyone on Muir Isle?
Hard for me to accept, lass, and I was there. That was the way of it. Would have succeeded too if Forge and Freedom Force hadn't saved the day.
Freedom Force actually doing some good?
That's right, Ms. Gray, with the casualties to prove it. 2 dead, 1 crippled.
I'm sorry, Forge. I guess it's just that X-Factor's seen a different side of them. Under the circumstances, why not evacuate everyone to our ship, to the dangerous past? There's no way the Reavers can touch them there.
Worth considering. For now, though, I'm worried about that lot who attacked you. You see,
by the way,
uh-huh.
a note. Well, you're about to. Oh, sorry, I interrupted your reading, but
Okay.
I was going to say that just note that X Factor has a ship that I believe is called Ship. And they got it from Apocalypse. They defeated Apocalypse and took his. It's sort of like a floating horizontal skyscraper.
Right. Right.
And they've taken that and they just kind of float around on that thing now.
I think we encountered it in Inferno.
We did.
I think in one of those issues.
Yes, and we will encounter it again soon.
Okay. Remind me which of Freedom Force were killed and crippled?
Avalanche, I think, was injured badly.
Okay.
And Destiny died, did she not?
I guess. Was Pyro also killed or crippled? Maybe.
I don't believe so.
No.
Also definitely killed was Stonewall.
Oh, yes. Stonewall was killed, yeah. Huh.
So I think Stonewall and Destiny died, and I think Avalanche was crippled.
Gotcha.
Was wounded.
You see, Moira sent Callisto out here a while back to seal the complex against intruders.
Even us?
Gene, last we heard of X-Factor, you were shooting off into space. We decided it was best not to take chances. Figured we could always fix things later. Any road, We know Callisto completed her mission, but she never returned. I've scanned your files. She's one tough lady.
You think those creatures who grabbed me got her as well?
Certainly a possibility. Nasty bunch, Irish. So what else is new these days?
You can't handle this alone. Who knows what we're really up against? All ring in X Factor to help. Kieran Dwyer's he's a good drawer. Like that Gene face in panel 3,
Mm-hmm.
their body language overall, like the technology, it's all fine. Like he's good at this. He's definitely a guy who could draw some good comics, no doubt. Just not stand out or like exciting in some way. And I wonder, like I said before, about the inking. You can see everything looks fine.
Yeah,
It
and
looks standard comic.
this is something again that we've kind of come back to is that when we have, um, we'll be in the middle of an artist's run, and it'll be pretty specific and to the art style, and then we'll have some fill-in issues by Leonardi, or in this case
Right.
Wire. And I think you're right. I think it's good drawing. I think it's often in house style, or at least aligns with that. Um, but maybe there's a reason why these artists don't have longer um, kind of longer runs on the comic,
Sure.
sequentially, right? Like we break them down to the eras, John Byrne, Paul Smith, Dave Cockrum, Mark Silvestri, JR, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's good. He just doesn't do anything like exceptional.
Mm-hmm.
And each page is like focused on storytelling, and they all read just fine. But there isn't like a drawing here that I wanted to redraw when I was a kid, or that I'm like really keen to redraw now either. I'd be happy, by the way, in my life I could draw as well as him. Like that's not a bad thing. I'm definitely not ragging on the guy or his abilities.
Mm-hmm.
But when you come onto a series that has had the kinds of artists that it's had, if you're not doing exceptional work, no pun intended, yeah, it's not going to be that memorable.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately,
Ninja.
Ship doesn't know when the others will return. Till then, we're on our own.
Guess we'll have to wait. Hopefully not too long. You are right, miss?
My name's Gene. Just a little dizzy is all. Probably a delayed reaction to whatever poison awful twin of me used to knock me out.
Physical stat scan green. No anomalies. But just to be sure, I'll inject you with a broad spectrum antibiotic.
You a Dr. Forge, as well as an inventor?
Among the Cheyenne, the medicine chief is also the tribal healer, so in that sense, I suppose I am. Nothing the matter with me. Better safe than sorry.
I'll signal ship for a pickup. I can't get over how changed everything is. It's nothing like I remember.
Same here. But if we feel out of sorts, it's probably because we've both been away too long. I confess, Gene, that X-Men uniform suits you. Whoa,
Don't be rude.
perish the thought. But you might consider returning to the fold.
Anything's possible, including you guys joining X Factor. Bamf.
Interior shielding must have protected us from the teleporter, but once we stepped outside, blast!
So there's a screen tone used, I think, on those sort of gray purpley areas, like to create the transporter effect.
Mm-hmm.
That glow, and then certain areas were like whited out, and then putting that, then the crackle around them doesn't feel like Nightcrawler at all, even though the sound effect is still being used.
That's right.
Again, it's a puff of gas.
Yeah.
But it feels like this should be more of a zap kind of sound effect. Now that I see it this way.
Yeah, that's right. If you turn your attention to the Black Manta ad,
Yeah.
one thing. So, I was just casually looking at the description of the game, and you're in the back streets, alleys, and underground tunnels of New York, Tokyo, and Rio. It feels like during this period, anytime you played like an action game for Nintendo, and it was set in across the world, it was always like one of 6 locations. New York was always a location. Rio often was a location.
Tell me more.
It's funny. I don't think I expected it, but and ninjas in Brazil, but there you go. It's Rio's always
Well,
Rio's always kind of there as like the tropical setting,
there is a huge population that came from Japan to Brazil.
There you go.
Which is where we get like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah.
So yeah, ninjas in Rio. Yeah, sure, man.
But I just think
it tracks.
Right. You could be playing Double Dragon or whatever, and it's always Rio shows up more often than you think.
Right.
Yeah.
Very cool. That pose that Black Manta is in on the cartridge cover.
Yes. Yeah.
That pose I think is almost like a stock image of Ninja.
Oh, sure.
Ninja in the 80s. That is the pose.
Totally. Oh, Double Dragon.
Yeah. And then your copy, this the scan you have here, presented for us. It's a scan of an issue from 1990, the printed comic itself. Mine is also, from that time period, but it is in paper form at the moment. It is just gray and purple on the comic side. Like the ad has. Okay, I have to show you, like just the contrast here. Look at this. In the margins.
Oh yeah. So much ink on that paper. Right?
So much. You can see the Double Dragon ad, how much ink came off of it. It's wild. Just wild. Yeah, anyway, I digress. Amazing. I wouldn't go that far. Washington, D.C., a house known throughout the world. Can I be Val Cooper?
Sure.
All right.
Dr. Cooper?
Governor?
This pipeline fellow, what exactly is he doing?
Establishing a secure comlink with his mainframe on Genosha. The farther he transmits, the more careful he has to be to avoid the slightest disruption along the line. Where he's concerned, the ratio of signal to noise, literally a matter of life and death.
Coded, locked, in transit, acquisition.
Zam. Governor Seward, may I present the Foreign Minister of the Republic of Genosha and the Chief Magistrate Anderson.
Good Lord!
Freeze!
Nobody move!
Hands where we can see them!
We heard an outcry. Governor Seward, Dr. Cooper, are you?
We're fine. Everything's fine. No cause for alarm. Situation's completely under control. Thank you very much.
But those others, who?
Forget you saw them. That's an order. Return to your posts. Are you the President's Chief of Staff? A pleasure to make your acquaintance, sir. That's Val Cooper. Okay. You know, we fought a civil war to end. Is it pronounced chattel?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know this word. A civil war to end chattel slavery.
No, Doctor. You fought it to prevent the secession of half your nation. Over the conflict between the supremacy of your federal government over those of the individual states. Liberation of the slaves came later.
It's still illegal.
In Genosha as well. If you're referring to that reference module accompanying the foreign minister.
That's a person, a human being.
It only looks like one. It is a specifically configured piece of genetic engineering, Dr. Cooper, with no more humanity than any other piece of technology, as is the module we seek to retrieve. Minister, in this matter of Jennifer Ransom,
There is no such person, Governor. We are attempting to reclaim a pirated unit of biotechnology with the identifying number 9817 and the extradition for trial of a young man accused of high treason. Visuals, please.
I submit, Minister, that the crux of the argument is now being heard in the federal court. If you prove your case, you'll get them back.
My government would prefer a degree more sympathy, Governor, and cooperation from one of our staunchest allies. We have always proved ourselves more than willing to assist the United States militarily, politically, economically, and will no doubt continue such stalwart support in the future. Is it so much to ask that, in this one instance, the courtesy be returned?
Did you hear that arrogant toad actually threatening the United States? Who the devil does he think he is?
A man representing a country that we owe roughly $35 billion. When you're on the arm to a Shylock, they tend to take advantage.
Is there anything we can do?
Can do, not should. So much for the moral side of the equation. That isn't the real problem. One way or another, the Genosians mean to have their girl back.
Is she a girl, Dr. Cooper? I mean, could they be right?
So I don't know who Dred Scott was. Do you?
No. Dread Pirate Roberts from Princess?
Totally the same thing. You're right.
Gotta be.
Was Dred Scott a man, sir? But there is more at stake than her. The Genosians are ready to brand the X-Men as terrorists and go after them full bore.
Who cares? Those muties are dead.
The Genosians claim otherwise. They want to cede them the authority. They want us to cede them the authority to carry any such pursuit onto U.S. soil.
They're nuts.
Chief Anderson only told me as a courtesy. They mean to execute this policy regardless of whose territorial sovereignty they have to violate, whether we or anyone else like it or not.
What do they want, Dr. Cooper? A war?
If it comes to that, Governor, you better tell the president. There's no guarantee we'll win.
Dun dun dun.
Woo!
Woo.
Okay, I like this.
Okay.
There's a moral dilemma. This isn't just fisticuffs. There is an issue at stake here about technology, about humanity,
Yes.
and racism, and
Sure.
it's that to me that is like at the core of these comics at their best. At least have a thread of this conversation somewhere in them. I'm okay with like set up a couple issues of like some tension in some government offices, maybe with the news, the public consciousness, and then have the parties that have to disagree, like them duke it out for 4 issues and have a good old battle, brouhaha, a Donnybrook,
if you will.
I'm okay with that, but I do like it when there is that edge of an ethical conversation. It makes it to me very engaging and meaningful. All right, this is about to get interesting. Now
it's about to get something.
We don't really get much of a segue.
No, we don't. But get ready for a fever dream, people.
Okay, thank you, Michael, for this. I had a hunch just for reading in context. So Michael says here, Dred Scott was a well-known freed slave in American history.
Oh, Okay.
I appreciate you putting that in there because, although I pick up a lot of American history from pop culture and from some of my own readings over the years and from school too, a lot of the stories that are meaningful within the context of American history, like I don't necessarily get. There's many holes in my learning, so I appreciate that. With this comic, you and I have talked about panel borders as a way to indicate time,
Yes.
whether it's flashback, whether it's I don't know, the present tense. I'm currently drawing panels on pages, by the way, where things are bouncing between
That's
two
right.
different time periods,
That's
and debating how to relay that, if I should use this comic literary device as a way to communicate that. So
right.
in the comic I'm currently drawing that you wrote,
Spoiler alert, it's our comic.
there is don't spoil, Chris.
Oh, sorry.
How dare you? There are scenes that are happening in the past.
Yes.
Then there are also scenes in the past that are happening that are being retold by characters in the present.
That's right.
So a flashback is like something that where the narrator is in the past and we are watching what is being playing out as if we're in the past too. Then there are scenes where it's being retold by a narrator who's in the present. And I have to do with both. And of course the present. And I'm trying to figure out, is there a way to render them differently when it's being told by a character in the present from the past versus when action's happening in the past. Anyway, and I need to come to a conclusion very, very soon.
Fair enough.
But anyway, moving on. I think
this is, I think, Forge, right?
Just talking to him. This is his internal narration.
That's right. Yeah.
But it feels like, okay, so he's just, when we were last with him, he was in the tunnels.
Yep.
And, well, he was at the computer center. And Jean Grey and Banshee are teleported out. And so now looks like he's on the hunt.
Looks like it, yeah. He's trying to find it.
Including Warpaint.
Yeah. Huh.
And I'm just wanting to see if he added his bandana as well. Yeah, he threw on the bandana. He threw on the headband.
Okay.
And some more gear, I think, over on the back. And anyway, neat.
Totally. All right. Funny the things you never forget. Started when Banshee and I went down that tunnel beyond the estate to find Jean Grey. Sense that I'm casting off layers of myself like a snake does its skin. Turning back to younger days, a wilder, more headstrong me.
Are you mad joining the white man's army?
There's a war, Naze.
You have a more important destiny.
No. You've been tying that can to my tail since I was born, and I'm sick of it. This is my life, old man. I'll decide my destiny. Naze wanted me to be a shaman like him. I wanted to be a warrior. When you're 18, glory matters, no matter what the cost. I was Cheyenne and the Nam, my chance to prove myself worthy of my warrior ancestors.
That panel, by the way, with the train going by,
yeah,
it's colored really simply, but that's a really good panel.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, the light of the train is done probably with like white out or like white ink, acrylic paint, perhaps over top of screen tone and over top of the drawn lines. Like, again, these panels, even the one of him coming out of the smoke, the first panel, it's really good. And I think if a guy like Jim Lee was drawing this, that would be a third of the page. Like, he would have a huge, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but totally. It's a really good pose.
Totally. That first tunnel links Xavier's estate with this network beneath Manhattan. I remember the files. All right, this was where the Morlocks lived.
Son, you're the best natural shot I've ever seen. But the target's ain't people.
No sweat, Sarge. Whatever comes, I can handle it. When I took cell samples from Gene and Banshee, I slipped a tracker tag into their bloodstream because I'm a nice guy like that. Signal leads down.
Hey, Chris,
Yeah,
what's your impression of how far Salem Center is from Manhattan?
I would say it's a 160 miles.
It,
Based
it,
on the amount of
it's like really,
tunnels.
I was going to say isn't like 60 miles or something, 50 miles.
Could be.
Like it's not close, I
No,
think.
no.
So the idea that they can walk there from
Yeah,
one panel to the next, like it is super far.
yeah, yeah. And these are the tunnels again, the Morlocks. I mean, it's like what is the extent of this tunnel system that runs between Manhattan and Xavier's mansion?
Yeah, which is obviously on the other side of the river
Right.
and well up. Like
Mhm.
anyway,
Mhm.
it doesn't. That one feels like a bit of a stretch, unless there is, I guess, an underground train the whole way.
Maybe.
There isn't.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know. Okay,
Yeah,
maybe some local can tell us.
maybe.
Tell us more about these tunnels, locals.
Nice. Files showed Morlock turf extending a mile deep. That's deep. Used to be a pretty fair-sized community. Mutants who shunned the surface for the safety of his underground. Didn't save them. Outfit called the Marauders mostly wiped them out. My outfit and the Nam had the same tag. Hooked up with them in the Highlands. Fast and frantic drop off at the fire base. While Victor Charles offered up some welcoming pyrotechnics to make us feel right at home. So much for glory.
Nice entrance, Greenie. What you gonna do for an encore?
Spirits, that creature has Storm's face. I have the shot. The woman I love, if indeed that's her, will never know what killed her.
Leader's yours, kid. Oh no, the one's behind.
Textbook ambush, my first. All I had to do was squeeze the trigger. All I could see was a kid my own age.
Bam.
Bam. That storm insect thing is gross.
It is. It is. But you know who the real monsters are? I don't know.
Art exhibits.
War. It odd segue-less
Yep.
2-page spread on either end. Like you kind of go in
Yep.
abruptly and you end abruptly.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Manhattan. Along the fringe where Soho merges with Tribeca. Hot clubs, hotter galleries, street scene managing to be the best of both. The place to see the most avant of the avant-garde and be seen as well. New York's trendoid glitterati hobnobbing hard by those who could live a year on the rags some here will wear once and throw away. He is not easy to read, and his rhythms are so weird.
They are.
New boy on the block, making a major splash. Peter Nicholas by name. Day job's a super. Looking after a building on West Broadway in exchange for loft space. Way folks talk, he keeps painting. Won't be long before he can probably buy the place. No one knows where he comes from, with a face and body like his, not to mention the raw artistic talent so vividly on display, and cowboy boots. Who really cares?
1990.
1990 cowboy boots with your pants tucked in.
They're
And
in Soho.
you don't have a slick back. I think he has like a ponytail kind of in that drawing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, mullet Superman, and he's got his earring.
Uh-huh.
I mean, come on. Yeah, his paintings are. He's gonna be able to buy a loft in Manhattan.
Wow. And they're a bit risque, if I may say so.
Oh yeah. Don't forget about the trendoid glitterati hobnobbing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What? In the window, it's her. The woman from the billboard. The one I keep meeting. This time I won't let her get away. Move aside. Gangway coming through. Wait, please don't go. I don't mean you any harm. I only want to talk.
Mm. Want wheels stopped, Petey pal? What are friends for?
Jenny. Oh wait, that's Peter.
Peter.
Jenny, be careful. Are you strong enough?
Little bitty thing like this, for sure. Speak your piece. They go nowhere till you say different.
The door's locked.
Not no more.
Jenny?
See that?
Must be one of them mutants seen on a TV.
Boyfriend don't look none too happy about what she did, neither. Helped friend Phil. That bad?
Jenny, you smashed that car. You can't do things like that. Philip, there's nobody inside. No driver, no girl. It's empty.
That's crazy.
That is wild.
Michael also tells us, by the way, that Dred Scott was not freed.
Okay, there you go.
So I would imagine from the context that he was like a legal precedent for an argument around, is a slave property or a human?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
That kind of conversation.
Sure.
Later. What's that?
One of those moments in the movie,
Yes. Later, home.
The car moved. It had to have a driver. Girl got in, didn't see her get out, so where'd they go? Why does she keep after me if she doesn't want to meet? Woman at the park, they throwing themselves at me, but all I could think of was her. Maybe I'm crazy, since I'm the only one who ever seems to see her in the flesh. Something in that face, though, haunts me. And yet, more and more when I paint her, I see another face. Harder, crueler, horribly scarred. I must be mad to even dream of destroying such beauty. It isn't fair. Why won't she leave me alone?
Perhaps I'm a moth, and you're my flame.
Stop playing games.
Some things can't be helped. I'm sorry.
I don't understand.
True enough. But soon, my big, beautiful bruiser, thanks to Mask, you will.
No, not the bottle of champagne, which then vamped again.
Yep, and some skitash. That, by the way, that picture, the drawing of him chugging from the bottle.
Yeah.
Like, that is a phenomenal drawing.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That shading, and it's so, yeah. And Glynis did a great job with the colors.
His look is giving me very much like Thunderstrike vibes.
Yeah, he would be buddies with Thunderstrike for sure.
Thunderstrike would be buds. Also, man, how much did I love Off-Road? Great game.
I don't remember playing that one.
Great game.
We need a segue. Like we need something here.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, I was short on my second tour when a Brit top kick costumed like something out of James Bond rolled in to offer me a career gig with S.H.I.E.L.D. You're the car Nick Fury needs, Sergeant. Say the word, you're out of here. Oblige, Malone, but I'll pass. I've got a good team of people here. My job's to bring them home safe and sound, alive and whole. Skippy, Big Lou, Alabama,
Wet Pants,
Funny Hat, the crew, should have taken the sergeant major's offer. Who knows, guys, if I had. Footsteps, someone coming fast. Good guy or bad, didn't see. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Where'd he go? Where's my weapon? Oh, tentacles. Pretty impressive muscles behind him, too. Had me cold. Why didn't they finish me? My scanner.
Before you flip,
Yeah.
when was the last time you saw Dick Tracy?
Not in a while, but does it look cool? Looks very cool.
It really holds up better than one would think, or better than like the comic book movies of that time.
Sure.
That weren't huge successes. Like this one had so much hype, and I think audiences wanted another Batman.
Right.
But it is so true to the tone and the colors of the comic strip.
Yeah.
It's one of like the best adaptations of trying to take a comic book aesthetic and put it into a movie. It's really enjoyable. It's like a straight shot right down the middle, and it works way better now than it did then.
Huh? Yeah, no, it's been a while for sure. I'd be interested to see it again.
It's not on the streaming services here either.
Oh, okay.
I just I downloaded it illegally.
For sure.
Don't tell anybody.
You know what I think is great, by the way, with the position of this ad is that at the very end of the last panel, he's like, my scanner. And Dick Tracy's like, I'm on my way.
Aldi says, I still watch that time to time. Have it on DVD. Was obsessed with the soundtrack as a kid.
Madonna, right? Did the soundtrack?
I mean, at least she did something.
She did the main song from it, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, and like the toy line was a particular weird aesthetic. Like they have terrible proportions.
Okay.
So they weren't good for the kid that wanted. Like the age that they were shooting for.
Yeah.
They're really underwhelming as toys. And of course the toy had the spoiler of Madonna being sorry, spoilers everybody. Madonna's the villain, the secret killer, like the hidden face.
Breathless Mahoney? Breathless Mahoney.
Well done. Thank
you. Well, I in the chat, it's if Vogue is the song from that soundtrack, that's a mega song, right? That's
so it's that time period. Remember, she was wearing that her hair at that length, that really like platinum blonde.
Yeah.
I don't go deep on Madonna's album lineup. So I don't know if Vogue, I don't think it's from the movie. I think it's adjacent to it in that time period. And I don't know how much of the soundtrack is Madonna versus her having like two songs on a soundtrack.
What you're saying is it's not This Used to Be My Playground, by the way. Which is a song to A League of Their Own.
Okay.
Or what's the other one? I'll remember from the song from the album and movie With Honors. She also did that one. Anyway, sorry, what?
It was in her soundtrack era. If you can get your hands on a copy of this, So yes, it was the I'm Breathless album.
Oh,
not the soundtrack.
Gotcha.
Like so many good songs on that CD. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool.
Yeah, your wife's a fan of Madonna.
Yeah, and so am I. I like Madonna songs, absolutely. Like my favorite is Isla Bonita, from like way back.
That came on in the car the other day, and I started yelling at the radio, like to turn that.
Just imagine me singing it next time.
My kids were laughing. That song is like an earworm. I hate it. No. I will end the stream. I'm like adamantly, and if my kids say, "Dad, what happened?" I'm like, remember that song we heard, and I got really mad. I'm like, yeah, I started singing it.
Listen,
they would say, "Dad, that is totally justified that you had a temper tantrum."
Listen, you put on the Immaculate Collection; it's back-to-back bangers.
No doubt. Each their own. All right, read the damn comic, Chris.
All right, I'm on my way. All right. Show Sean and Jean moving off in that direction. Same direction. Was that noises? Someone's on their trail, pushing hard. Doesn't seem to care who knows it. Burst of grazing fire should slow them down a tad. Make them think twice about what's in their way, I hope. Now I've got their attention. Dial up a flashbulb grenade. Take a gander at what I'm up against.
What? All right. So we've got Magic, Havoc, Warlock,
Nightcrawler,
Storm.
and someone sticking their head in the sand.
Let's say that's.
Oh, are Havoc and like Magic part of the same body?
Yeah, they're having a bit of a
centipede-like situation.
I don't want to say that. Centipede? Hashtag human centipede.
Hashtag, Can we have one previously next one that doesn't reference the human centipede?
I like the Warlock one, though. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's creepy as hell. So we have no idea what's going on, by the way. Like, he's putting down fire. He's in these tunnels that are alien-like. He's under the sewers. We still have no idea what's going on.
No idea. But again, if you were to sort of take his drawings and just resize to be more in fashion in 1990, like the third panel where he's firing that grenade, the flashbulb grenade, like it's a good drawing.
Totally.
And if you just make that the kind of the biggest of the top three, I think his work is really good. It's out of fashion. Yeah. And stated by Rubenstein. I'm repeating myself. Let's keep going.
Monsters, all with X-Men faces. Are they the real things? Ah!
Like the ponytail, little man. Makes it easy for me to grab. Now you're down, I can pound you to a pulp.
Not hardly, fella. That one, the beast, but he's X-Factor. Was he grabbed somehow, same as Gene? Claws across my back. Bless you, Doc, Moira, for the armored cloth. New uniform kept me from being cut. Woman's body. Angel's face? Thought he'd been made all blue and bald by Apocalypse with bionic wings. But if he was transformed once, why not again?
Oh, it was you being funny for a minute there. Michael says, it is strange that Storm is from the Asgardian Wars. All right. So the Storm drawing, pardon me. Hello. The Storm drawing, I'm going to just use this as a way to zoom in here for a moment.
This is the one, or it's the one from before, this particular Storm on like page 24?
All right.
Or is it another Storm?
So see that Storm on...
Yeah, that one.
Right there. It's hard for me to reach. So in it, there is some miscoloring of, it could be her hair in a giant splayed out mohawk, or her hair flying, or it could be perceived as the two sets of like feather winged pieces on the side of a helm or tiara, like when she was, pardon me, I just dropped my stylus, like when she was in the Asgardian Wars. So I'm not sure how it's meant to be interpreted, because it could go either way depending on how it's colored. It's definitely colored the way Michael is reading it, as if she has a mohawk and two feather things, but up close, I don't know, if you had colored the middle piece, it would have read almost like she had a giant, like Inferno style mohawk, or I don't know, bizarre.
Oh, totally.
Right. Okay. Cool. Cool. All
right. Unless this is a bad guy somehow wearing Angel's face, no way of knowing which. And if I hold back, I'm done for. Banshee! Sight for sore eyes, pal. Look out, Irish, above you! Critter's trying to garrot him. Didn't he use his sonic powers to protect himself? Why is he fighting with his fists? Worry about it later. After I save him, oh no, Storm! You're scampering all around. I just upped the ante. Others don't like that. Killing's a kick. Being killed, something else again. So they DD Mao back down their hole.
So odd.
That's so odd. Check her pulse. There's no real need. Just like the drill instructor said, with a rifle I'm the best. Taking a life, that is indeed a whole lot different from popping a piece of cardboard. But like anything, you get used to it and try to help others do the same, hoping someday to come to terms with it.
Save your grief, Forge. That isn't Storm.
Gene? You with Banshee then? Is he okay?
As well as can be expected, all things considered, we both are. I'm about to sneeze, sorry.
No.
Woo! Excuse me. Sorry, Forge. Sean can't speak for himself right now. I'm afraid since you last saw us...
And 1, 2, 3, page turn!
There have been some changes.
What the hell?
How creepy is Banshee with no chin?
Oh, so creepy. And still the thong, man.
I mean, yeah, the banana hammock.
It's riding really high there.
I mean, that might be the most distinctive thing about the drawings in this issue are the banana hammocks.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Banana hammocks for days, son.
What is going on here?
Monsters?
I guess. The lower.
Do you know what's going on?
No. Should I know what's going on?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know what's going on.
It is nuts. Next, the lower depths.
Oh,
and look at this ad on the right.
Yeah. Okay, so Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, sir.
Can you? I know who one of them is. Yondu.
Okay. Yeah, you got Yondu and
Arrow. Tell me who the other ones are.
Why don't you?
I don't know who they are though.
So I know some of them.
Okay.
There is the Golden Gal.
Golden Gal.
There's
What's her name?
Black and White Cookie. There is Disco Iceman.
Disco Iceman. Are any of these different versions of the ones that we're familiar with from the MCU?
Truthfully, there are a few here that you kind of know that are in the movies, but they're in the background. So
okay.
Starhawk is the one who is generally like blue and yellow, and when Sylvester Stallone makes his cameo,
yeah,
the chat's going, you guys are hilarious.
Oh, really? Are they really?
Yeah, they know them all. So
Beautiful.
when Sylvester Stallone does his appearance, he is playing Starhawk.
Okay. Which one is he supposed to be in this?
He's the one who is like blue with the yellow cape and weird headpiece in the background.
Blue.
It looks like he's purple and yellow, but it should be blue. It's because he's further back. It's like a faded blue-gray.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yeah, that's him. Charlie 27 is the one that is sort of wide and muscular. He would be like a walking brick. Like he's like the Thing in terms of his proportions, you know?
Yeah, all right.
Martinix is the crystalline character who looks like Iceman.
Yeah, okay.
Vance Astro is the one that I called Black and White Cookie.
Yeah.
And he is like an astronaut out of time in like a spacesuit in the future.
Okay.
And he often is portrayed with Captain America's shield as like an inheritor to that in some way.
Okay.
And then Alita and Nikki are two characters I don't know.
Huh.
And that's just my gap. Yeah, it's funny. Like this group is beloved, obviously, from A Moment in Time.
Sure.
And not the group that was in comics in around the 2010.
Yeah.
Kind of the version that inspired James Gunn. So they are the classic. I mean, they do appear in Marvel like at the end of the 60s, early 70s. About 5 of these characters as the team. They add a couple more. But what's meaningful about this in our context of our show is the Jim Valentino piece. So by Jim Valentino and Steve Montano, what matters here is that Valentino is one of the 7 guys that forms Image.
Okay.
So he's on this book and brings it up incredibly high in sales at Marvel, so much so that him leaving is a loss to Marvel. And he's part of like that narrative of like these guys on top selling books leave. And he's often forgot about. He's half generation older than the other guys that go.
Right.
Like he's not, he's twice the age of Liefeld.
Right. Yeah, he's not his 20.
And he comes from a bit of an indie comics background. So
Okay.
he doesn't have the sort of the polish of Jim Lee or the sheer virtuosic rendering of Mark Silvestri, nor does he have the ego and bombast of Todd McFarlane or the naivety and enthusiasm of Liefeld. Like he's a different version. He's another piece of that puzzle that it makes it an interesting narrative. But to see him help bring this book to heights is part of the story of Image and leading up to we're at 1990, so we're right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can't wait to see what's going to happen with their Banana Hammocks next issue.
That's right.
Really weird.
Lower Depths.
Yeah, the Lower Depths. I got my copy right here. I can't wait to see what happens.
All right.
So weird. So weird.
262 in the books.
Yeah, man, another issue. There you go.
Wow.
But next week we get The Agony of Forge.
Okay.
And it's going to be more about, I guess, this time period of him thinking about the demons in his past, right?
Yeah.
And his journey to get here.
Two books in a row with Forge on the cover.
Yeah, and this cover is a little more dynamic, right? It's like him screaming.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And it's from an extreme angle as opposed to something sort of straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
Different artist. A guy whose name I actually don't remember, but I will make sure I'm prepared next week when we have this conversation. We also have an annual that's happening right about now.
Which one's that?
Like 14?
Oh, okay. All right.
We're going to get like a Days of Future something happening.
Oh, okay.
Huge crossover with New Mutants, Fantastic Four.
Wow.
Well, Louise Simonson is on New Mutants.
Yeah.
And Walt is on Fantastic Four.
Okay.
Remember how Thor was in the Mutant Massacre? Because again, like Daredevil, and because those are all the books those people and Anna Senti was on that, so they kind of keep it in the family a little bit. So we're gonna get a crossover with the FF, the New Mutants, X Factor, and X-Men, I believe. Wow. And it is a Franklin Richards Out of Time, like from that future, and it's gonna tie together the FF, the little kid Franklin Richards, the Franklin Richards from the Days of Future Past, Future, and Cable, and a bunch of stuff. So it's going to be a lot. I've read it twice, like the trade paperback with the other issues. No offense to anyone out there and your taste. It isn't my taste, and I'm not nostalgic about it. It's just a lot to try and read. That's just a character having like an experience. There isn't like it isn't that meaningful in terms of affecting the narrative going forward. It just sort of fleshes out a little bit about or makes connections to try and make Franklin and these time traveling characters more substantial in a way. But we'll talk about it. And there's some Art Adams cover, and on the traded Mignola cover. So we have some fun things to talk about. Okay. But that's not next week, but probably the week after.
Okay, cool.
But anyway, yeah. Cool?
Wow. Okay.
I'm going to throw an X-Men thought at you. You ready? You going to catch? I'm going to throw.
See what happens.
Here's the thought. How does season 1 of X-Men 97 end?
How does it end?
Yes, sir.
With Jean destroying Mr. Sinister? Is that how it happens? Mr. Sinister gets de-sinisterized. All his powers go away. And Cable and Jean. Oh, no, wait. And then then like there's like 3 teams, and they wake up at different parts of like the time stream. One is in the apocalypse era, but apocalypse isn't apocalypse yet, and one's in the future with some people.
Yes,
there's another one.
And Kid Cable.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, I remembered. There you go.
Good. Just before that.
Yeah.
Just a moment before that. What's happening in like the present? What's left in the present after they're gone? Do you remember?
Nope.
Well, there is a particular character.
Wait. It's Gambit. No.
You're so close. You're almost there.
Tell me.
There's a particular character looking at a board of the portraits of the various X-Men that have gone missing. And
is it Forge?
Yeah, and he's also some potential new recruits.
That's right.
But the series ends in the contemporary with Forge and Bishop shows up, and they're going to make a little duo and go look for the X-Men.
That's right. And Bishop has the Jerry curl.
Sure, that's important.
So mine's always in my memory.
My point is that this idea of Forge and another partner going and finding the X-Men has gone to another form of media.
It's true.
It's like this has resonated with somebody, but like, okay, so maybe this is gonna be interesting at some.
Whoa, I think Jason just shut himself off from the stream because I can see it's still live, but it's me. I clearly don't have a memory to talk about what happened in X-Men 97.
What happened?
No worry, buddy. I didn't stall at all. I just kept talking like it was just a normal thing. Because we're pros. We're pros.
Yeah, totally. Either way, I'm just saying that I find it interesting that like this kind of made the cut.
Yeah.
In a weird way.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And Banshee out.
I mean,
so maybe that's a hint that Banshee's going to be in season 2. Or didn't he die in Genosha?
Did he? Oh man,
he was there. Do you remember he was at like the
gala,
the Hellfire Gala, kind of thing, whatever, He was one of the people there. So I think he's dead.
Well, that's a shame.
Either way, Bishop and Forge on a mission to find the X-Men who are presumed dead, right, by the population at large. So that is an interesting thing to bring into this next series. And we still don't have a date, by the way, for when the show will be released. I imagine it's going to be the fall.
I have to rewatch. When they announced that, when they dropped that new show, I'm going to have to rewatch season 1 just to catch up again.
It goes down really fast.
Yeah.
Right? It's only, 8 episodes or something? And half hour piece. It's a quick afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Good times. If you want to, if you ever want to come here and watch them all,
totally.
I'll bring out all the X-Men toys.
Or we'll do it the next time we go on a trip somewhere on a show. We'll be like, "What are you guys doing?" Let's binge an X-Men 97.
Don't we always have somewhere that we're supposed to be though? Like,
I mean, normally, but we're older now.
I guess.
Tired.
Like we go to a place for con, and everyone's going out on Saturday night. We're like, no, we're watching X-Men.
It's nice to be invited, and it is. But man, wow, did some people have much more energy than we do?
I don't know. I'm the life of every party, dude.
Agreed.
All right. On that note,
you know what? I haven't said in a couple of weeks, and say a quick shout out to some new subscribers. Thank you to Edmar Xavier, Radav, Matthew Back, that dude in the corner, Jameson Miller, and Karsten Odenthal for the subscriptions. Thanks very much. Hope you enjoyed the channel.
Thank you very much. No and that brings us to the end of another episode. Thank you to my good buddy. Oh, my dog's here.
Your good buddy. Look at the timing on that. Your dog showed up.
You coming?
Come on, bud. And then Brioche.
He's being a pain.
Brioche.
Okay.
Brioche, say hi to people.
So, thank you to my good buddy, Raider Group of 7, Most Secret Tale, and Peregrines, Flight Sphinx, and Fisticuffs, Chris Sanigan, right there. There you go, Chris.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you.
You can find out more about our comics and upcoming appearances at group7comics.ca and follow us at Group of 7 Comics on social media. Please click like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with us your take on this issue or any X-Men comics in the comment section below. Go dig out your old back issues, trade paperbacks, essentials, omnibuses, DVD ROMs, bootlegs, or hop on an app and read along with us next week on Previously in X-Men. Thank you, Bubs. And
have a good night, everyone.
There you go. Good night, everybody.
Cuddle your pets if you have one near. Give them a snuggle.
Big time. Thanks, everyone.